The focus crisis. Why you're distracted all the time. We live in the most distracted era in human history. Phones, notifications, tabs, messages, dopamine hits, they all fracture your attention into tiny, useless pieces. Focus isn't just a productivity hack anymore. It's a competitive advantage. Those who can focus deeply will outperform, outlast, and outgrow everyone else who can't. This course is not just about removing distractions. It's about training your brain to enter a state of sustained focus, where your best ideas, deepest work, and most valuable efforts live. If you felt scattered, unmotivated, or like your best work is stuck behind a wall of noise, you're not alone. But focus is not a talent, it's a habit you can build. Over the next 12 scenes, we'll show you how to design your day, your space, and your mind for powerful, unbreakable attention. Because deep focus isn't just a way to work. It's how you take back control of your time, your goals, and your future. Understanding deep work versus shallow work. Not all tasks are created equal. Answering emails, scrolling, multitasking, that's shallow work. It keeps you busy, but it doesn't build value. Deep work, on the other hand, is focused effort on tasks that require your full cognitive ability. Writing, problem solving, designing, creating. This is the work that builds careers, businesses, and breakthroughs. The problem? Most people live in shallow work all day without realizing it. The goal is not to eliminate shallow tasks completely, they're part of life. The goal is to protect and prioritize deep work daily. Schedule your most important task during your peak energy hours. Turn off all notifications. Set a clear intention. For the next 90 minutes, I will only do this. Deep work starts with boundaries. As you build this habit, your mind learns to enter flow faster. You get more done in less time, and the quality skyrockets. In a distracted world, your ability to go deep is your superpower. The myth of multitasking and how it destroys focus. Think you're a good multitasker? Science says otherwise. Studies show that when you switch between tasks, your brain takes up to 23 minutes to refocus. That's called attention residue. You might feel busy, but you're doing lower quality work in more time. The truth is, multitasking is a productivity killer disguised as efficiency. Instead, embrace single tasking. Give one task your full attention until it's done, or until your deep work timer runs out. Use the Pomodoro technique or 90-minute focus blocks. Create a not now list where you quickly jot down thoughts that try to interrupt you so you can return to them later. Train your brain to finish what it starts. Focus is a skill, and like any skill, it grows stronger with use. The more you protect it, the more powerful it becomes. Eliminate the myth of multitasking from your life, and watch your focus return. Designing a focus-first environment. Your environment shapes your focus more than your willpower. If your phone's buzzing, tabs are open, TV is on, you're not just distracted, you're set up to fail. A focus-first environment is intentional. Start by creating a dedicated deep work zone. This could be a desk, a library corner, or even a cafe with noise-canceling headphones. Next, strip away digital distractions. Use website blockers like Cold Turkey or Freedom. Put your phone on airplane mode or in another room. Physically removing it makes it much less tempting. Clear visual clutter too. An open, tidy space reduces mental load. Lighting, posture, and even smells influence attention. Add cues for focus. A candle, a certain playlist, or a deep work hoodie. Over time, your brain will link those cues to work mode. The key is consistency. The power of time blocking. If your to-do list runs your day, you're constantly reacting. Time blocking flips the script. You proactively assign your energy. Pick your top 2 to 3 priorities and schedule them directly into your calendar. For example, 9:11 a.m., deep work, 11:12, email, 1:30, meetings. This doesn't mean micromanaging every second. It means protecting time for what matters. Use themes, mornings for thinking, afternoons for admin, evenings for reflection. Include buffers and breaks. It's not about being rigid. It's about being deliberate. Time blocking builds urgency. I only have this window to do this work. It removes decision fatigue. You no longer ask, what should I work on now? You already know. Even if life throws curveballs, you've created a framework. Most people drift through the day. Time blockers own their day. It's a habit that separates the productive from the perpetually busy. Start small. Block just one deep work session tomorrow and grow from there. Mastering the first 10 minutes. How you start determines how you finish. The first 10 minutes of any work session are crucial. They determine if you enter flow or fizzle out. Most people waste these minutes checking email or organizing notes, never truly starting. Instead, create a launch ritual. This could be as simple as close all tabs, silence phone, open your work doc, take 3 deep breaths, and say your intention out loud. I'm now focused on this task for 90 minutes. These small rituals send a powerful message to your brain. It's time to lock in. Also, eliminate friction. Have your tools ready, documents open, water nearby. Don't let setup delay you. If it takes more than 2 minutes to begin, you're more likely to delay entirely. The hardest part of any deep work block is starting. But once you begin, momentum takes over. Prime your mind. Protect those first 10 minutes like gold. They hold the key to the rest of your session. Battling internal distractions, mind noise. Not all distractions are external. Many come from within, random thoughts, worries, hunger, or even boredom. You sit down to focus and suddenly remember an errand or feel the urge to scroll. These internal distractions are subtle but deadly. First, expect them. They're normal. The trick is not to avoid them, but to acknowledge and contain them. Use a distraction capture notebook. Every time a thought interrupts, jot it down and return to work. That simple act diffuses the thought's power. Also, manage your energy. Sleep, food, hydration, and movement all affect focus. Tired minds wander. Lastly, train your focus muscle through mindfulness. A daily 5-minute breathing practice teaches your brain to notice when it drifts and gently come back. That's the essence of mental focus, coming back. The more you practice, the faster you recover. You don't need to be perfectly still inside. You just need to recognize the noise and keep returning to the task. Focus and the dopamine loop. Your brain craves novelty. Every ping, scroll, or click gives a dopamine hit. Over time, this rewires your focus system. You start seeking distraction even when there's nothing to check. This is the dopamine loop, and it kills your ability to work deeply. To break it, start by reducing stimulation. Take a digital fast for 1 hour each day. Go on walks without your phone. Set limits on social apps. Over time, your brain recalibrates. You also need to reward deep work. After a solid focus session, give yourself a break, music, a snack. Train your brain to associate effort with pleasure. Over time, deep focus becomes the rewarding experience. And finally, do one thing at a time. Train your brain to complete loops. If you start reading, finish the article. If you begin writing, complete a paragraph. Unfinished loops leave you restless. The better you manage dopamine, the more stable your focus becomes. Creating a personal deep work ritual. High performers don't rely on motivation. They use systems. One of the most powerful is a deep work ritual, a repeatable process that signals your brain. It's time to go deep. Your ritual might look like this. 8:55 a.m., pour coffee. 9, Xiao, put on instrumental music. 9:02, open writing app. 9:05, start timer. 9:07, begin typing. Done consistently, these steps trigger automatic focus. Rituals reduce decision fatigue. They create mental gravity. Once the sequence starts, the brain follows. Think of it like a rocket launch. The pre-launch checklist builds momentum. You don't just try to work, you create a ramp into it. Design your ritual to suit your energy and goals. Morning person? Make it a sunrise session. Night owl? Craft a focused wind down. Don't overcomplicate. Simple, repeatable, personal. It's not about discipline, it's about reducing friction. Focus happens when conditions are predictable. A good ritual makes focus feel like second nature. Focused communication in a distracted world. Even if you are focused, others might constantly interrupt. Slack messages, emails, group chats, they all want your attention. To maintain deep focus, you need to set communication boundaries. Start with availability windows. Let others know when you're offline and when you'll respond. Example: I'm in deep work from 9:12, available after that. Use status updates or autoresponders. Schedule communication blocks just like meetings. Don't let inboxes run your day. You can also use batching, responding to messages 1 to 2 times a day, not instantly. Teach people how to work with you, not against your focus. If you lead a team, model this behavior. Protect your time and protect theirs. Deep work spreads in cultures where it's respected. Finally, reduce noise. Unsubscribe from newsletters, leave useless group chats, and mute irrelevant threads. Every small cut reclaims energy. Communication is necessary. Constant interruption is not. Design your work life around focused exchange, not reactive noise. Recharging your focus. Focus is a finite resource. It needs recharging. Just like athletes need rest to train harder, your mind needs breaks to focus deeper. That's why recovery isn't optional. Build structured breaks into your day. Every 90 minutes, step away. Take a walk. Stretch. Look outside. No screens. Real rest restores attention. Sleep is non-negotiable. A well-rested brain resists distraction better. Nutrition matters too. High-sugar diets lead to focus crashes. And don't skip physical movement. Daily activity clears brain fog and boosts mental endurance. Also, practice full detachment. Have hours where you're completely offline. No input, just stillness. Meditation, silence, nature. These are fuel for focus. You're not a robot. You're a human with rhythms. The deeper you want to work, the more completely you must rest. Make recovery part of your strategy, not an afterthought. Focus isn't just about how hard you go. It's about how well you recharge between sprints. Your 7-day deep focus challenge. Now it's time to apply. Over the next 7 days, commit to a deep focus challenge. Each day, block one 90-minute deep work session. Create a ritual. Remove distractions. Set a clear goal for each session. Write 500 words, design a prototype, study a concept. Track your time. After each session, reflect. What worked? What interrupted me? Adjust and improve. Also, limit one major distraction this week. Delete a social app, set screen time limits, or keep your phone out of reach. These small experiments teach your brain that you're in charge. By day 7, you'll see a difference, not just in output, but in confidence. You'll realize focus isn't a rare state. It's a practiced one. It's not about forcing yourself. It's about designing your mind and environment for depth. Finish the challenge, and you'll have a repeatable system for doing your best work, anytime you choose. That's unshakable focus.